Hi, good morning everyone. Happy Wednesday. So I have some exciting news today. I am going to have a guest reader read you a story today. Do you want to see who it is? Mr. Eshelman's going to be reading the story today. I hope you like it. Pause and I will be right over here listening too.
Well, good morning, boys and girls. And I always bring my friend the piggy along with me because I like piggies. All right. Our story today is called Big Al. There's the cover. Big Al. It looks like an ocean story, so we'll see how it goes. Big Al by Andrew Clements. In a wide blue sea, there was a very friendly fish named Big Al. You could not find a nicer fish. But Big Al was also very, very scary. Ooh, what a scary looking fish there. The other fish seemed to have at least one friend. Some had many. Big Al had none. He did not really blame the other fish. How could he expect little fish to trust a great big fish with eyes and skin and teeth like his? So Big Al was lonely and cried big salty tears into the big salty sea. Oh, poor Big Al. But Big Al really wanted friends, so he worked at it. First, he tried wrapping himself up in seaweed. He thought it would be a great disguise, but no one else did. Who wants to stop and talk to a floating plant that has big, sharp teeth? Uh-oh. Then he thought, if he puffed himself up round, the other fish would laugh and see how clever and silly he could be. All they saw was how big he could be, and they steered clear. Looks like a puffer fish. Do you guys know of a puffer fish? You ever seen any of them? Very early one morning, Big Al went down to the bottom and flopped and wiggled himself into the sand until he was almost covered up. He looked so much smaller. When other fish came near, Big Al talked and joked with them and had a delightful time. But then one scratchy little grain of sand got stuck in his gills, and he sneezed. When the clouds of sand cleared away, all the other fish were gone. Poor Big Al, look at him. Big Al even changed colors one day so he could look like he belonged to a school of tiny fish passing by. He bubbled along with them for a while, laughing and feeling like he was just one of the crowd. But he was so big and clumsy that when all the tiny fish darted to the left and then quickly back to the right, Big Al just plowed straight ahead. He was bumping and thumping. Oh my goodness. Right into the little fish. Before he could even say, "Excuse me," they were gone. And he was all alone again, sadder than ever. Poor Big Al. Just when Big Al was starting to be sure that he would never have a single friend, something happened. He was floating along sadly, watching some of the smaller fish, and was wishing that he would come closer and that they would swim around him. As he watched, a net dropped down silently from above, and in an instant, they were caught. Oh my. There's all the little fish caught in the net. Big Al doesn't know what to do. Big Al forgot all about being lonely, and he forgot all about being sad. His eyes bulged out bigger and rounder than ever, and with a mighty flip of his tail, he opened his mouth and charged straight at the net. The net was strong, But Big Al was stronger. He ripped right through it, and all the little fish rushed out through the hole. Look at that. Wow. But when Big Al tried to turn around and go out of the hole, he got all tangled up in the net. He was stuck. The net went higher and higher towards the bright surface of the sea, and the little fish watched Big Al as he disappeared above them. When the little fish were able to speak again, all they talked about was the huge, wonderful fish that had saved them. How great to be free, but what a shame that the big fellow had been captured. What do you think's going to happen? Do you think Big Al can get out? Or are they going to catch him? There's some fishermen going to catch him. Let's see what happens. Just then, there was a tremendous crashing splash above them, and the small fish dashed away. Was it the net again? No, not at all. It was Big Al. Those fishermen took one look at him and threw him right back in the ocean. Yay for Big Al. And now, there is one huge, puffy, scary, fierce-looking fish in the sea who has more friends than anyone else. Big Al. Good for him. And there's all the little fish and Big Al in the middle. How do you think he feels now? The end. Big Al. Now, what I'd like you to try today, if you get some time at home, is to maybe draw a picture of what you think Big Al looks like to you. Color him, maybe put some fins on him, see what he looks like. And then tell me, what do you do? Have you ever gone into the ocean to go swimming? What does it feel like? Or what do you do when you go into the ocean? Do you have some fun? Do you swim? Do you surf? Do you go ahead and body surf? Do you build castles? What do you do when you go into the ocean? When you go visit? And hopefully some of you have been there. If you've gone to the ocean, the beach, why don't you go ahead and just explain in one sentence what you do when you go there? And remember, draw a great picture of Big Al in your eyes. Okay, thanks so much for joining Mrs. Eshelman and I today. It was big fun. I enjoyed it. There's Mrs. Eshelman. She will be back the next time. And until then, have a great day. And remember Big Al.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.